You are watching You Know It Makes Sense podcast, episode 4, Fall to the Floor, Wicked and Raw.
Yeah, my brother, it's been a good week and that, still, like we're blowing up on Instagram and that.
650,000 views.
It's mad. So obviously, yeah, like people are getting at us and all of that for the way we speak and that, because obviously we speak like roadmen. So, boom, the podcast is taking off. Then, man, like obviously, man just attacked Coke a little bit, and then, man,
fam, like, I ain't even gonna lie, fam. Like, man's getting on us for saying like bear, the word bear and brother.
Bear.
And that, like,
bro, we was toning it down in that video.
Bro,
if you want us to speak
it's
out,
mad still. Like, if we really went in on these little waste men, yeah, we could tell them, listen, sniffing cocaine is bare immature, fam. You're doing the in that car. Like, what are you doing,
it's
fam?
Actually mad, fam.
Like, they're trying to diss us for being little white youths from the island and that, saying that we're on like, because they're saying that man lives in the little we sound like we come from a little Caribbean village in that car. Like, they don't know. I'm big in Dominica, yeah. What you know about S in Merrill Beach, fam? You don't know about me, cuz. What you don't know, we been going viral, cuz. Look, just because we're from Southend and Baz, like the ends and that, allow it, man. Where are you from, cuz?
Yeah, so that's out to them haters there.
Big up to them boys. They don't even know that we actually sound like proper geezers from where we're from. So
roadman voice.
Shut up. Shut your mouth.
Best roadman voice. All right, Shan.
Yeah.
You all right, Shan?
You at me old China? What is going on? What's a guanin, darling? Anyway, no, what we should give it to him is... what was he doing a minute ago? You know it makes sense.
You know
makes
sense.
The best podcast in
the
the
whole audience. Tell them already, I have to tell them again. You know it makes sense.
You know
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That is big.
Right, so shout out to Nathan, yeah? So there's this guy who fills up the vending machines at the gym and other places. Does all the Fed stations in Essex as well. And I got talking to him about his son. His son does some videos and that. I steered him in the right direction to get a mic to do some overdubs. And my man give us some free drinks at the gym.
We've legitimately got our first free drinks.
Yeah, this is our first free sponsor. So we've got 2 of them each.
Nocco, big up Nocco. Sounds a bit like Nocky.
They're gym drinks. They've got BCAAs in them.
So
I'm not gonna promote them too much because obviously, like, you lot need to give us a bag for these.
Yeah, so if you really want us to go in on them, but thanks for the free drinks.
Yeah, so the Limon del Sol and the Blood Orange. I don't know why that one's English and that one's Spanish, but yeah.
But on a serious note, Ags, we have literally. I know the YouTube views might not be reflecting how viral we are going right now, but this video here, as we stand at the moment, has got 650,000 plays.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's this one. That's 650k just on Instagram and basically the meta platform. So Instagram and Facebook. It's got another 120k on TikTok. So that's 770 just on those two platforms. Another 20k on YouTube. So that one's...
You know it makes sense.
This podcast has already had over 1 million hits and we're only on episode 4.
So that's up to episode.
So throughout
3.
all the content from the podcast episodes, with 4 episodes, we're already over 1 million eyes on the content that we're doing.
On what we're doing and what we're sharing, promoting people around us, businesses around us. Because we are pushing.
Yeah.
We're pushing. Every time someone comes into mind, we mention where they're from, what they do, and how it works.
And we're just two white geezers from a Caribbean island somewhere.
Shout out Ash the Pap as well, again, because I actually think he might be on episode 7.
And he bought the bank sign. So
he bought the bank
big
sign.
him up
He
even more.
He followed through.
He put his money where his mouth is. But while I'm bringing that up, Ags, let me just reel off. Before we get going, let me just reel up, because this was from episode 2, where we was talking about people's cocaine usage and how unethical and how immature it is, right? And let's just bring up some comments, because it's had like 500 comments on it. And big up MC Soom T as well, who's a massive artist. I was featuring on her last album. She actually said, "Good lad, God bless you, bro, Sonny. Tell them teacher, preach it, preacher. They'll thank you for it later." But I just want to big up Sister Soom T. for showing love and supporting it, because she's a big artist. She's always touring.
And I don't know her personally, but from the comments I've read, she's a real one.
Yeah, backing it.
Yeah, she's backing it. And the thing is, she's saying the truth. And it's mad. Like, obviously, we're joking at the start and that. But I don't know how you can confuse the way we speak for a fake roadman accent. Yeah. It is absolutely mad.
I know, because they're just so far away from London and Essex. And
they might not be. They might live in the new Hackney. Do you know what I mean? They might be them new Hackney people.
Maybe, but
they've never, like, you know what I mean? Them new ones.
Yeah, and the fact is, Ags,
the ones
we have grown up in a multicultural society. We spent a lot of our time as young teenagers in the Jamaican barbershop, where people literally spoke in proper patois around us, where they, like, normal.
We're all speaking back to them.
Yeah. And
we're dissing each other.
And then we got the Bengali community, the Turkish community, Pakistani community, the African community, the Caribbean. Like, we have grown up around that, and
Irish
also
as well.
and Irish, and also grown up around loads of Cockneys and actual English people. Like, and then the odd middle class and posh accent's been floating around as well.
Yeah.
So and it's grown up with us speaking like this.
Yeah,
you know,
100%. And the thing is, we don't say much. I don't think our accent changes that much through general speech. Maybe the words are, but it is what it is, you know.
And the word bear is used so commonly amongst.
It's used bare.
My friends and people.
It's used
even normal
bare.
bods, like even a police officer would probably arrest me and be like, "Have you got bare drugs on you?"
One thing that is pretty much just a Basildon word
is
buzz out.
Yeah.
And you lot will probably see me
buzz
say
out.
You lot will probably hear me say it. I don't even realise I'm saying it. We used to say it so commonly that word is just in my vocabulary. It's not a real word, but yeah.
So, like, look, let me pull up some of these comments.
Shout out to the man from Baz though, because they will know what it means. Yeah. If I say something's buzz out, they know what buzz out is.
Ags is a buzz out. He's a proper buzz out.
Right, that is buzz out.
Anyway, Shiz McNulty, he just unethical laughed it. Big up Snowy Danger as well, who jumped in on the comments saying he was going to do a reply to the video. Still hasn't yet. Still getting over the Euro situation. Big up, bruv. Yeah, say bear, them ones, fellas in his 30s. That's the geezer who changed the comments, isn't it? He was a hater.
What's that?
I'm not even going to say his name, but on the Insta he said bear, them ones, in abbreviated comments.
Oh yeah, trying to say that. Yeah,
fella is in his 30s, but he changed that.
Yeah, so originally nearly in their 30s, fella's nearly in his 30s, and then he must have fact checked, found my age, I don't know how.
And then realised that, yeah.
Fella's in his 30s.
But I'm actually still 29. Big up Foss UK as well, blue tick, man was on the rap game. He's telling them, tell them, bro. Obviously, loads of people just agree.
Yeah, there's so many people backing it. But listen, keep hating, please. And even if you're our friend, drop a negative comment on there, because it's just pushing it through the roof.
Either way, 650,000 views. I don't know about you, but that's the most views I've got on an Instagram reel.
Yeah.
Facebook reel, nearly, I think, same, but they're close to the big numbers that we get on our reels. So.
Well, to be fair to you, yeah. So the most I've had on TikTok is through a sign video. So that one, but the most I've had on TikTok on my personal profile, my music profile, is from this podcast.
Yeah.
The most I've had on Instagram is definitely this one.
And then I've got 679,000 on that. What does TTFN mean? So that was from a boot sale video. So
they love it at the boot sale.
We're still getting there.
Sonny's the king of boot sales.
You know it makes sense. Big up the Dunton crew. I did want to go there today.
He might be the biggest wally at the boot sales, but he's definitely the king of it as well.
Still make more money than most of
the other wallies.
Than all the other wallies. Anyway, I'm going to crack this open now.
Mine's already open, bro.
Who did you say? It's from Nathan?
Yeah, Nathan.
Right. Cheers.
He watches our podcast as well.
Big up, Nathan.
He watches it. He's
a lot of people have been watching it.
He plays it in the van when he's on his runs round.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
On Spotify or on YouTube?
I think it's on Spotify.
Big up.
Everyone who watches this on YouTube, please add it to your Spotify playlist as well, because you can boost us up so that we can start monetizing on there as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we only need a few more listeners.
We only need a few more, and then we can monetize. Also, NOCCO, like, can you not just sponsor us? We only need $1,000.
And we'll put it on ads anyway, so it comes up on everyone's YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll even sell them on our TikTok if you want us to.
Mm.
It's got loads of ingredients we don't like.
Oh, I'm not sure about the taste. It's all right. We'll see. It's going to get me hyper, that's for sure. But that's what it's for, isn't it? It's to get you going.
It's got carrot concentrate in it.
Look, don't do cocaine. Look, if you are a bag addict, stop doing gear and get on the knockos, BCAA. You don't need to do gear no more. You don't need to do packet. Get on the energy drinks and go for it, all right? This is for all the recovering addicts, all the gearheads, all the people that are after a buzz. Jump on this and fly high, baby.
Yeah.
You know it makes sense.
Wait till he finishes that can. It's going to end up on his once.
Yeah, nearly there. Anyway, moving on. Right, so, Ags, a lot has been going on. We can timestamp that. That's the intro done. A lot's been going on.
Timestamp!
Timestamp! No, before we get into all that, what you been up to since we last spoke? How's your day been today? I know it's still early. It's early for us.
What have I been up to?
We usually shoot.
You love the what you've been up to, Ags comments. I think the listeners like it as well.
We usually shoot the podcast in the evening, and today we're actually
doing it quite early,
which is more me.
And we are doing it at, where are we?
We are at Samson House.
Yeah, Unit 20, Samson House.
Do you remember who Samson was from the Bible?
Samson. Shout out Black the Ripper, man.
Do you remember
God rest
him?
his soul.
Or shall I tell you?
R.I.P. Black the Ripper.
I'll tell you. Yeah.
Samson was the great warrior, innit?
He was the great warrior, but what did he have? And I'm going to tell you, so there's no point commenting in. But what did he have about him that made him different?
His hair.
Come on, Ags.
Yeah, man.
His hair. And his hair made him powerful until they cut it all off, innit?
Yes, brother.
And then he lost it. I think he was a giant as well.
And that's why, obviously, Black the Ripper kept his hair long. That's where the Samson thing
There
come from.
you go, yeah. And he blatantly was called Samson. R.I.P. Black the
Was
Ripper.
that his name? His real name?
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
I'm pretty sure. Shall we just
No, I don't think it was, man.
What was his real name?
I can't remember.
I just knew him as Black
This is
the
when you
Ripper,
need Tim on it.
Dean West.
Yeah, that's it. No, yes, Samson. Oh, yeah.
Well,
What a legend.
also known as Ayatal Samson or Blackavelli. He was born in the 28th of December, which guess who else was born on the 28th of December? Mad.
Who?
My dad.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's mad.
That's deep because my dad was an OG as well and obviously died young, just like Black the Ripper. Black the Ripper was one of my favourite rappers growing up.
He was so cold.
He was
such a big influence from like early days. He brought Chipmunk through as well. He like proper pushed Chipmunk into the point where that's where Wiley noticed him because of people like Black the Ripper. They done mixtapes together. He was a bit older than him, so it was like.
And he passed away in Montserrat.
He did, yeah, which is where he was from.
And I still think he was. Well, was he murdered or did he just die naturally?
No, what it was so I'm told, and I don't want to get it wrong, I don't want to upset anyone or anything, but I think it was he delayed drowning. I don't know what the word for it is, but basically a big wave came over him. He swallowed a lot of water, went asleep and didn't wake up.
Really?
Yeah.
That is mental, brother.
Yeah, man. So I don't know what it's called. I don't want to talk too much on it because I'm not.
On here it says, on the 6th of April 2020, Dean West's body was found in the holiday home he was staying in on the Caribbean island of Montserrat. An investigation was opened to determine his cause of death. On the 7th of July 2020, his family confirmed that the autopsy had shown that his death was due to a heart attack. But
I got told otherwise, but
there is different things. Isn't
I
there?
got told otherwise.
And obviously, don't forget, Black the Ripper was exposing
a lot of things.
Massive things.
Yeah,
like
he was.
He was always against the Illuminati.
He was opening doors for a lot of things like that to come through as well. So.
And he was definitely he died.
Not opening doors, knocking down doors.
He passed during COVID as well, didn't he?
It was at the start of it.
And obviously he was totally anti-lockdown, anti-masks, anti-it-all. He was so against it all.
Yeah.
So, and at the time there was such a big agenda. So it was really crazy for people to see him pass away.
Was it not I think the day before he was putting up things about the 5G masks.
Yeah, he was putting stuff all about all that.
And then literally that happened. But listen.
It is what it is.
R.I.P. to an actual legend.
On many different levels.
Yeah, man. A massive inspiration.
And if you haven't heard of Black the Ripper, just go back and
the
check
day he
his
died,
podcast.
you know what I done? I got my speakers that are in that room in there. I turned them round, opened the windows, and literally played all his songs out because it was proper sunny. It was lockdown. It was mad, nice weather. Played it out for like hours out the window for him. Yeah, man.
Magic.
Same with DMX.
Is it? Yeah. I can't believe
DMX,
again.
I was
It's mad, isn't it, man?
pumping these tunes. Prodigy.
So I don't know how we got onto Black the Ripper, but that's the whole segment right there, just on Black the Ripper. When you met him a few times, yeah?
Yeah, do you know what? A crazy story about Black the Ripper. So, I knew him through Tim. We've actually got a tune together. That, got a tune together.
That is legendary, though.
But before that tune,
My man's got a tune with Black the Ripper.
so, I don't know if it was before that tune. Anyway, I've gone to Amsterdam, right, with Steve. I can't even remember. Steve and a lot of older fellas, to be fair. And anyway, we've gone out there. This is times when I had a BlackBerry. And when I had a BlackBerry, those who know me will know that I didn't ever charge it. I had multiple batteries and I used to charge the batteries. And when one died, flip it out, put another one in. So we've gone in this cafe. We've decided we don't want to be in that cafe. Everyone's gone outside. I'm quickly changing my battery over. By the time I've changed my battery over now, yeah, I've come outside and everyone's dispersed. I don't know where anyone is. So I'm in Dam now and I'm already lean, yeah. And as I know now, I'm older and out of it, weed don't really agree with me. I thought it did at the time, but it didn't. It sent me sideways. I'm in Dam. I don't know where I am, yeah. And I've just thought, right, I'm going to go down the alley. They might have gone down there. I've walked all the way down. Now I'm in Dam Square, walking about, looking, can't see them anywhere. I've got no credit. For some reason, my Wi-Fi is working. So I'm managed to like get through to someone to put credit on to me. Not my Wi-Fi, my data was working, but I had no credit. Got through to someone to put some credit on for me. But in this time, I've gone back to where we was.
Mine is good.
I've gone back to where we was and...
Sorry.
Yeah, you just threw my whole story out.
Anyway, you've gone back to where you was. You was in
I've
Dam
gone
Square.
back to where we was, so I've gone back down that alley, and out of nowhere, on a bike, Black the Ripper and one of his pals pull up and see me, and like, yo, bro, you good, yeah? And because obviously he knew me, he didn't know me, like, I don't think he knew my name at this point, but he knew who I was, like, face to face, because he'd spent time around me. So he pulled over, boom, said, I didn't even tell him what had happened. I just went, yeah, because as soon as that happened, when things like that happen to me, I go, that's God letting me know that I'm safe. Because no matter where I am...
Well, and if your phone weren't dead and all that, you probably wouldn't have even met him again or seen him there. Do you know what I mean?
No, exactly. If
So
that
he
didn't
was
happen,
guiding you.
Yeah, so I just thought, do you know what? That tells me I'm in the right place at the right time, and I was back where I started. So anyway, he's gone, asked me if I was going to the show that night. I didn't actually end up going to the show, but anyway, got the phone on, rang Steve, they was in the cafe next door.
What was he doing?
He was in the cafe next door. And then some kid had actually joined their party, right? He was in Dam on his own. He joined them and he was talking to them. And he was like, so I've come in and I was like, oh, what, you replaced me, have you? And we've had like this little banter thing. And then he's actually walking with us. And he's told one of the older guys, he was like, oh, what, can't I take his place? Like, seriously, like, trying to, like, push me out. And one of the older guys, I can't think what his name was, man. I think it was Russ. I think it was Russell, one of Bacon's dad's mates. He's gone, no, like, I had to tell him. He literally stood there and he went, look, mate, it's time you part ways from us now. You can't be hanging around with us anymore. I know you're out here on your own, but you're going to have to go. And he's like, no, come on, there's a few hostels around here. Go find yourself one, get yourself checked in, make some friends, but you're not staying with us. Told him to go. But it needed to be done. Like, it seriously needed to be done. Because obviously I would have had nowhere to stay if it didn't.
That's just mad. Who does that?
It was crazy to me.
They're the sort of people who do that are the sort of people who comment on our videos saying that we negative comments.
Maybe he is one of them and he's still holding a grudge.
Is.
Fucking
I reckon most people are probably people at the boot sales as well that I wouldn't do. You give them 50p off or £1 off. They jump on YouTube, fake profile it, bell end. If that's you, then just know that you're never ever getting £1 off at the market ever again. If you drop a negative comment under this, calling me a bellend or calling me like, sounding like I'm from a Caribbean island because I say the word bear and that, then you are the biggest bumper clerk I've ever met in my life, alright? So guess what? See me when you see me and you're never getting a deal off me ever again. And I'll have you know, I'm from Southend, Clooney Square, Kersal in the building. What are you saying now? If you got beef with me, you got beef with my mum and she'll do ya. TTFN.
And she is ping.
And she is bare peng for a 60-plus-year-old. Yeah, the bus driver sees her and don't even want to check her bus pass. Don't even need to check her bus pass because he's looking at that white bunda.
He's looking at the bunda.
She's bare peng.
She is peng.
That one's for you, Mum. I love you, girl. I even went and see her yesterday.
Did you tell her she was peng?
Big her up, blazing. She was blazing big zoogies on her balcony.
I bet she was. She always has.
Going for it, you know what I mean? Southend in the building.
Such a support.
OG, yeah? Smell us before you see us. Not no more anyway. Well, I might smell it.
Talking of comments.
Go on.
Tommy B, see how he's been blowing
up.
Right, so he's
brother getting millions
his followers
of views.
went from 10,000 to 25,000 in a week, or around that time. But
blowing up. Big up my boy Tommy B.
He's told me some of the hate he's been getting on Facebook in these comments. One of them called him a spunk trumpeting cockwomble.
That ain't even that bad.
That is fucking the funniest thing I've ever heard.
And it's because he's done every round of the England games. He's brought out a new tune and a new video.
This one is classic, right? It was something along the lines of, God bless this guy because he's performed a miracle. I've been wheelchair bound for 20 years. I've been wheelchair bound for 20 years and I finally stood up to turn this shit off.
Yeah, that's a sick comment. I rate that comment, to be fair. That's it. That's the easy.
Alright, listen. But Tommy loves it. And the thing is,
cool, so
all this hate is just beautiful. Because you lot don't actually realise how much more hate does for the algorithm. Like,
no, it's good. No, it's not even that, basically. If you're flying in the middle, if you're saying something 100% correct, then people aren't going to react to it. So you need stuff that divides opinion. Basically, what it says is that you're not sitting on the fence. Tommy B has been smashing it with his England content, but because he's just said, boom, I'm an English lad, I'm going to rap about the football. Like, he's getting bare hate from left, right, centre. People just hating on him because he's just rapping about football and blowing up for it, getting millions and millions of views, like because he's had the bottle to go out there and rap about like the England football team. And basically there's a large majority of people in the world that don't like English football fans. So obviously you get loads of people who support England and that, and then you get a massive part of the world who hate England. It was like, I see a map earlier of people that everyone anti-England, right? So it's like everyone supporting Spain and then England supporting England and everyone else supporting Spain. Obviously, we lost the final, which brings us nicely onto that. We are out of the Euros. It's very...
Well, everyone's out of it now.
No, but,
Listen, do you know what? I don't like football, really, to be fair to you. And I do love to take the piss out of everyone going, it's not coming on. But I tell you what, I said it to Joe Sloan the other day. I said, I actually did have a buzz for them to win, And the only reason being is because the morale that it'd give the country,
massive,
and to live in that energy, and how much my friends would be happy for it.
Me.
You see how gassed my friends would be? That would make me happy, to see all my friends happy. So I will wind them up and say it's not coming home. But also at the same time, I would love to see something like that happen just because I love seeing people happy.
Look, I'll be honest with you, mate. I was I am a massive football fan, and I was absolutely heartbroken not to win the Euros. 58 years, nightmare to not, because we was lucky to get there. Yeah, we was so lucky. The games, the way it played out, the performances, but it was heartbreaking for us not to just go over the line and bring it home. I was in Leytonstone watching it. It was my wife's uncle's birthdays. I call him uncle, and we had it on.
What's his name?
Stu.
Uncle Stu.
Uncle Stu,
Uncle
we had
Stu.
we had a Caribbean party basically, sound system going, everyone going for it. The kids were playing in the park.
You and in the corner.
We weren't in Leytonstone. I was in Walthamstow.
You and in the corner, dead quiet.
You and there, dead quiet. Me eating the fish fritters and.
Mate, I wish I was there.
And we was going for it. And when the football come on, we turned the sound system down, played it on a projector, and honestly, mate, it was absolutely like the whole country just stopped. And when we went 1-0 down, very negative football, and then boom, when we equalised, they brought on Cole Palmer, and he should have been on the whole time. Cole Palmer should have been on the whole time. Ivan Toney probably should have been on, and I can see why Southgate's left. Southgate's gone now, and that's for me, I think that's good, but he has done so much. So just big up to Gareth Southgate for everything you've done, getting us to 2 finals. But unfortunately, mate, it wasn't enough. You didn't get us over the line with the squad you had, and I just hope and pray the next manager who comes in, it will probably be announced soon, just gets us over the line, because with the squad we got, we should be able to go out there in America and win the World Cup, my brother.
Is that where it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in America, yeah.
That's so weird.
And Ags, I see a vision of us being out there whilst it's on, with Tommy B, with all the boys, watching it, doing a podcast, networking it, living our best life.
I'll 100%.
It's in 2 years' time.
I'll be there.
It's in 2 years' time, brother, and it'll be all around the country, and we can be based in New York and stuff.
I'll be there.
Arsenal as well. Obviously, those that know that I'm a massive Arsenal fan, and our owners are from America. Yeah, it'll be good for us as well, and it's all massive, man. It is. Let's face it, football's a big part of this country. We invented the sport. I know it's a bit, but football does come from England, and it is a world-renowned, huge sport, and it's something that unites us. If it weren't for football, things like racism and all of that would have been going on longer than it has. And I know there's racist football fans and stuff, but the first black football players and stuff.
Do you know about the baseball player in America? So back in the day, baseball in America used to have a white league and a black league.
Mad.
And there was look it up on your phone quick.
So where would we fall in that?
Obviously, they didn't have a roadman league, so we ain't in there.
What about the white boys?
Look it up on your phone quick. There's a baseball player.
But what about the white boys who think they're black like us?
There was a baseball player who was white.
I'm saying it for the comments, you mugs.
And he deliberately went and stood with the black fans and everything like that. He broke down barriers. Yeah, man. And
that's what sport does.
And this is in the 50s, that when America was proper
divided,
segregated. Yeah. And he's like, I don't know what his name is. Google it quickly.
Right. What shall I Google? White baseball player.
And he never made it into the Hall of Fames and things like that because of this, until recently. And this is how I see it, because he recently got given, even though he's dead, got given these things.
Jackie Robinson? No.
Yeah, let me look.
No, why was Jackie Robinson not allowed to play? That was the coach refused to integrate him in 1944, but that was a black player who wasn't allowed.
Yeah, let me Google it. Because obviously
So, yeah. Rounding up the football thing, obviously I'm heartbroken that England didn't win, but we go again for the USA. Football's not coming home yet, but it will do. And I just want to big up everyone, all the players and all the fans who made it out to Berlin, everyone who supported. I want to big up the country coming together, getting together for England winning the Euros. Unfortunately, we didn't. Big up the Spanish, big up all the Spanish people, all the Spanish crew that I got out there as well in Barcelona. If you ain't heard Sonny Green Barcelona, check that out, because that was one of my tunes. I love Spain, and a lot of English people live over there, but unfortunately we just didn't have enough to beat them on the day. But we go again. It's coming home, it's coming, football's coming home. Just not yet.
Yeah, I'll read that. I don't know if that's I don't think that's the same player, but that's amazing.
Right, I'll just read it out, yeah?
Yeah.
The story of a white baseball player who is known for being supportive of black players but often goes uncredited is about George Shotgun Schuber. Schuber is best remembered for a simple but powerful gesture on April the 18th, 1946, when he shook hands with Jackie Robinson, who had just hit his first home run for the Montreal Royals, a minor league team affiliated with the Brooklyn Dodgers. This moment was significant because it happened during a time of widespread racial segregation in the United States. The handshake captured in a famous photograph symbolised acceptance and solidarity at a crucial moment in the fight against racial segregation in sport. Schuber's gesture was a quiet yet profound statement of support for Robinson, who would go to break Major League Baseball's colour barrier in 1947. While Schuber's role in supporting integration in baseball is remembered by some, it is often overshadowed by the larger story of Jackie Robinson and the Dodgers. Nonetheless, his actions contributed to the slow but steady progress towards racial equality in professional sports.
Bang! And in 1946...
Yeah, so back to my point, football unites us, and all sports does. And there's a lot of people who just don't like sport.
And music, man.
Music, sport.
But sometimes there is that thing
things.
in music, like people calling white people in hip hop.
No, they do it, bro.
Guests and that. Like, that's all mad.
Look, it's on both sides, man.
That's all mad.
It's on both sides. Like, growing up.
Black people make country music and that as
Yeah,
well.
it's
Like,
like-
well,
it's
no
like-
one's going to tell you can't. Like, and that's that one.
It's like the white kids who want to play like basketball and stuff. And sometimes there's groups of black lads who are like, oh, look, like white boys can't jump and that. It's both ways. But at the same time, you get people come in and they're sick of basketball, bro. And they just smash it and it brings us together.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. That's what everything's about. Everything you do is about, and from me, is about bringing people together. I don't see these big segregations. I hate it. I don't like it. That's why even my church, South End Christian Fellowship, you come, it's so beautiful. You see black, whites, Asians, Indians, Polish, all sorts of different creeds and colour all come together under one thing and one love, for God, but brings and unites us. So whatever it may be, the devil wants to use sport to divide us, and God wants to use sport to unite us. And it's the same for music, religion, everything, business, love.
Yeah.
So that's the reality. And that won't get no hate because that's the truth and that's the facts. And people, when you speak the truth, people just don't like it, But that is the facts. Unity in the community.
Speak the truth, live the truth, be the truth.
And I'll end this on football's coming home.
One day.
Just not yet.
Just not yet.
Football's coming home. Just
Do you know
not
what
yet.
though? I don't like that people say it's coming home in the Euros. That was never a thing until the last Euros, yeah?
What do you mean?
It was always a World Cup statement. And then the only reason it started getting said in the last Euros was because we'd got so far in it that everyone sort of adopted it into that as well. But it's coming home is talking about the World Cup.
But it's just like the trophy, any trophy. Because we created football, that's why we say it's coming home.
Yeah, I get you actually. Yeah.
Like whatever it is. But it's that typical thing where...
I sit corrected.
Wow. See, accountability. I hope you're watching, ladies and gents.
Ladies, importantly. Accountability.
Accountability is key.
For the females and yeah.
But look, R.I.P. Gareth Southgate. Although you're not dead, your England career as a manager is dead. So rest in peace. You done well. It was nice knowing you. You smashed it. I hope the next manager goes that little bit further. Big yourself up, Gareth Southgate and the England team. Must do better next time. And let's crack on and let's get over it, people.
Gareth, how do you sleep at night?
How do you sleep,
Shit
Sam?
manager.
You listen, Gareth Southgate, you are a bumper clerk.
You.
You're a massive bumperclart, yeah? And if I was in prison, you would never be getting my pudding. How about that? TTFN. And do you know what? You're immature and you're unethical.
He is unethical.
He ain't really.
He is unethical.
No, he ain't.
You got to think about it. His morals aren't there. He should have done more for our country.
Yeah,
anyway.
well, do you know what? You should have put Ivan Toney on instead of Harry Kane. Do you love Bugle or something? You're unethical, you mug. If I see you on the street, I'll shake your hand. Anyway, moving on. They have found Jay Slater.
Yeah.
They found him.
I don't know if has he been identified now.
Yeah, he's been identified, right?
Google it quickly. But yeah, I think apparently, so they found him in the same place they've been looking. Something's a bit fishy about it all.
So the latest, right? We'll just read the latest article. Yeah, 32 minutes ago. We are getting this, and I hate this, right? This is the thing that I've got to bring up. Whether it's the Independent, whether it's the Guardian, whatever news websites I'm going on, now want me to pay to use the website.
Oh my God.
The Guardian wanted me to pay $12.99 a month, or something like that, just so I could pay to read their newspaper online. Yeah. That's how desperate they're getting.
Do your ads somewhere else?
I can't deal with it. It's just because they don't make as much money selling newspapers now, they want us all to subscribe.
Just do Amazon affiliate.
Look, if you subscribe and you pay monthly for these newspapers, you're a mug. How about that? And I don't care if that gets me bad press, whatever.
Because usually the news is incorrect anyway.
It's just long. But anyway, right, this is from The Independent. Jay Slater latest. Family's anguish revealed over so-called experts who hindered search for teen's body. Whoa. A charity has revealed the pain suffered by Jay Slater's family after a near month-long search came to an end with the discovery of the teenager's body. Jay's mother, Debbie Duncan, said her family's hearts are broken after it was confirmed that the human remains have been found in Tenerife on Monday. Belonged to her son, so it has been confirmed. It was definitely.
So it's definitely him.
His body was found close to where his phone last pinged after disappearing near the village of Masca while on holiday on the Spanish island. The case attracted worldwide publicity, with many people talking to Facebook groups to share theories on what happened to the 19-year-old. The apprentice bricklayer had travelled to an Airbnb in Masca with two men after a festival on the 16th of June. He appeared to start an 11-hour walk. Mad. Back to his apartment the following morning before vanishing. Charity LBT Global Chief Executive Matthew said online detectives, why are you laughing, had hindered the search.
Why is that even? Why are they getting involved?
Do you know what I mean? Anyway, speaking to The Independent added, she's found it. That's a bit rude. Deb is she's and then put in brackets. You could have just said his mum's name, right? Anyway, found it incredibly difficult dealing with this whole situation, but with additional stress and trauma put on by the amount of obscene trolling, armchair detectives, so-called experts and specialists, it's been really hard on her and the family.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's been found, his body's been found, and just there's some closure on it.
People are saying some mad stuff about he got dumped there afterwards. And
but Ags, yeah.
But listen to this, and then some people are going, "Why would you do that walk?" Right? I've got a personal story where I got so drunk in Chelmsford one night when I was out of bed.
You tried to walk Southend?
No, I don't know where I walked. I came to, so I blackout drunk and came to on the side of the road, like in the middle of nowhere. I'd crossed the River Chelmer and everything through some farmer's field, through the back of Broomfield, and I'd done that with no recollection of what I was doing until I came to and was like, what am I doing here? And I didn't even know where I had to find my way back from road signs because my phone was dead.
Moral of that story is,
don't drink that much if you are going to drink.
If you're going to drink, have a little bit or whatever, but don't go over the top, man. Because this is the stuff that happens.
And so when everyone's going, I don't know why someone would walk that way. That is why.
Because stuff happens,
when you're unconscious.
And he's not saying that he was drunk or anything like that, but stuff like that does happen.
Yeah, so the possibility is that he was blackout, unconscious, but walking. You're just a zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're going totally from subconscious. And if you're subconscious has seen enough climbing videos, it will tell you that climbing's a good idea.
Bro, the amount of stuff I've done when I've been, like, obviously I'm 6 years clean now, but the amount of things I've done under the influence and in blackout and stuff like that, wild, bro.
Yeah, and then people go, you're fully cunt the next day. And
Yeah.
And you're all anxious.
Or they go, you're the hardest geezer I've ever met.
They never said that to you, did they?
Yeah. Anyway, but you know what I mean? It's like mad stuff happens. But look, also what I would say for on that comment, we are in 2024, yeah? We are in an era of social media where everyone's a journalist, anyone can start a podcast, clearly, and everyone is creating content on topics. People are getting paid, you know, we get paid to create content. We are paid podcasters. Yeah, we don't get paid loads, but we generate revenue from our podcasts. Yeah. And everyone who's creating content, these so-called armchair detectives and stuff, it's their job. Just like it's a news reporter's job, just like that journalist is getting paid to write an article for The Independent about Jay Slater.
And you're getting onto these armchair detectives, but it's okay for the for the Independent to call you she.
Or what? Do you know? It's the same situation.
But so sometimes which is mad, because years ago the press would get bad press, but now the
social media
fake press are getting a bad press, and everyone's like, oh, if you haven't read it in the Sun, then it's not true.
Or however it be.
You know what I mean? No?
Yeah, but there's lots of
and
theories.
they don't diss them as much.
Yeah. They're getting onto the social media people now.
The high up celebrities will still diss the newspapers because they know the truth, because they've lived it. But general normal people are like sort of look to the papers for support. And
the fact is, we are the media. Like, even when you put a post on social media, you become the media. Bruv, have you done 2 of them? Where's my...
I've done 1. Yours is down there, bruv.
We are the media, yeah?
Pick it up.
Cheers, brother. Let's try the lemon one. I thought the blood orange was all right.
Do you know what? They're not that good, but in the gym, they are a good drink, because they've got the BCAAs in them.
Out of 10?
Out of 10. For flavour.
Flavour.
They're like a 6. I'll be totally honest with you. I don't like this one as much as I like that one.
I prefer this one.
They're weird.
10 out of 10.
I'd say that's a 6. But for flavour, but for what it does for you in the gym, I quite often get one because it does help you train. I can't remember what BCAAs do, but they're to do with your muscles.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the Jay Slater thing, right? He's been found. There's closure on the case. It's good. People are still going to investigate it, talk about it. But the fact is that, personally, if that happened to my son and he was missing for that long period of time and the whole world was going crazy about it, and they had the social media, the newspaper, armchair journalists and detectives was all speaking about it, the fact is, now there's some closure on it, it will come to an end. And it's at least the mum knows and the family knows and his friends know that he's been found and he's not just out there in the wilderness and there isn't this air of mystery around it.
Yeah, he's not chained up in Morocco.
Getting tortured or whatever. I'd be grateful that there's just some closure on the case.
Yeah.
And I know it's not good, and I know that it's obviously still a negative thing, but now you can really grieve and you can...
I don't know why they're giving the Moroccans bad press like that as well, like all of a sudden you just...
Oh, well...
He's chained up in Morocco. Why have you chose Morocco?
Because I think that there's Moroccan gang lords that run Tenerife from...
Oh, is it?
Understand, yeah.
There used to be in Ibiza, but now Ibiza's sort of more Romanian and Albanian.
Really?
I believe. Definitely Romanian.
Basically, like, I done my stag do in Romania, and, you know, it was a good country, but there is...
Listen, one of my good friends, Ionuț, from Romania, sick carpenter, like, but also like he's like a master tradesman, man. He can do so many different things, but carpentry is his main one.
What's his day rate?
Probably quite a lot, but Ionuț, which is Romanian for John, is such a good geezer, man. I love him to pieces.
I've been to Romania several times. I've toured in Romania. I've done 2 shows this tattoo was in Romania. That was in Timișoara. Yeah, I've done 2 shows there, Asian Dove Foundation, Street Food Festival.
Oh, there's some such...
And I've done my stag do there.
Romanian people, man.
I love Romania. Viva la Romania! Yeah, Romania is sick. right? But like all places around the world, you get your good, you get your bad, you get your beautiful, you get your ugly, right? And
me and you are like all four of those things in one.
In one.
We're good, bad, beautiful, and ugly, motherfuckers.
People will say we're black and we're white.
We're white.
And bright. People say that I ain't intelligent, yeah? But then they hear me read publicly and they go, cool, I can do that.
We read at my dad's funeral.
That was
and
deep.
everyone literally was like...
That was proper.
So...
That was
proper. They complimented it so much afterwards. Not so much to Sonny, I don't think. More coming up to me and saying how well Sonny done.
No, the scripture.
Yeah.
But it was that particular scripture.
But you've rehearsed it and everything.
Unbelievable,
and you really did apply yourself to that. And that's why I gave it to you. Because my dad loved you, you loved my dad, and out of everyone there, other than myself, you're probably the best reader. You know? I'm not the best reader, but
you can read
out of that group of people.
But also, like, you know, it's not what you read, it's how you read it. But not only that, when you are given such a amazing like bit of scripture to read or a bit of literature to read, it's pretty hard not to read that in an environment like that with that kind of conviction. I've been to a few funeral services lately, and because it's such a deep ceremony, it's like God's in the room, but also a lot that gets said, when it's said in that environment, everything's so heightened. So you really do listen and take in what's being said, because it's like you're open to what is being read. So therefore, it gives everything a bit more, I don't know, it gives it a little more oomph than if we just read it on a bus or on a train, or, you know.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
You don't want to ignore nothing.
Yeah.
You don't have such a wandering mind. If you're in church on a normal service, personally, I find my head like they'll say something and then I'll relate it to my normal life, and then all of a sudden I am somewhere else, like, and then I come back to it and I'm like, whoa. I even do it on the podcast. Like,
we do it all the time. That's why it's difficult to timestamp stuff.
When you was talking a minute ago,
you was having KFC.
I was looking at this and going, and I was like, hold on a minute,
I should have picked that.
Well, I just slapped this on the wall before the podcast, to be honest with you. It's just a bit of vinyl. We just neatened up the wall.
He done this, yeah, in under 5 minutes, right? And he's basically vinyled the whole wall.
There's a couple little dots missing.
Printed the logo and put it on the wall.
We didn't have much time. But obviously you can see probably in the camera that it's a bit uneven. That's because it's just on random sheets of plywood that was on the wall ready. So I just made it look a bit neater. In the future, we'll put some proper panels on.
It was free and it was quick. And like these people that hate on us and say, oh yeah, da-da-da. Like, you know, they watch a 10-second clip and think that we're just some stupid Essex boys who think we're this and think we're that. But little do they know.
Which is true, but we are also
business owners,
talented.
Entrepreneurs, you know, killing it. And they ain't got a Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
He done that in 5 minutes. You can't even knock one out in 5 minutes, you mug. So
you can't even get it up in the first 5 minutes. Big yourself up.
But yeah, they found Jay Slater. That's good. It's a happy, sad. Every cloud has a silver lining. And they found him. And now that'll be that, won't it? So next thing, the only thing that I didn't like about what's been said on social, well, I didn't like a lot, but what I didn't find funny was football's not coming home and neither is Jay Slater. That was out of order. Whoever said that, you're a muck. You shouldn't laugh either.
I've got a really dark sense of humour.
No, it's not funny, bro.
No, it's not funny, but...
Whoever said that is just taking the Michael, mate. In other news, they shot Trump this week.
Yeah, that's mad. And then you see that you posted a clip to me about...
Well, our assistant producer did.
Shout out SA.
Big up Sam Golden.
No, you posted a clip in there though about... Yeah, I think, was it you?
Well, the geezer on the roof.
Yeah.
They see him. Everyone see him on the roof.
Everyone see him. They're shouting him out.
Everyone see
and then
him.
the CIA apparently
said not
obviously
to shoot
I
him.
weren't there, so I don't know, and I'm not in the CIA.
But a rumour.
A rumour has occurred.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Saying.
that the CIA told the two snipers that was on guard for Trump not to shoot the sniper that shot Trump. And there's also a woman behind him, that filmed it, knowing what was going on.
The public was alerting them. They said, look.
No, there's a woman sitting behind him that was like...
Yeah, secretly filming. Weird.
Yeah.
It's all bizarre, bruv.
That's her that's her boyfriend on the roof.
Nice.
It is. It's her boyfriend. Yeah.
Nice.
And she is Joe Biden's mistress.
Stop it, Ags. I'm not being funny yet, bro, but this is like the craziest... We are living in the craziest time ever. Like 2024, modern day Britain and across the world, where this crazy stuff, like it's never happened before, where since JF Kennedy, where a potential political president candidate has been shot, a former president has basically been tried to be assassinated, where they've shot him in the ear and he's gone down. It's just like, this is mental.
Yeah, it actually is mental.
Like, nuts.
Is that where they got him, in the ear?
Yeah, they shot him straight in the ear, right? And like, obviously, watching it, you think...
Someone said glass shrapnel, though, that got him.
Nah, bro. Nah, man. He got... that was a gunshot in the ear, bro.
Yeah, no. Someone said that it was shrapnel come off of something and got him. But hey, you couldn't have that bad a shot. They actually shot him in the ear. He must have moved just in time. Or that was a really bad sniper.
No, because...
That's a shit sniper.
No, with the gun he had, it weren't like a proper sniper rifle, yeah?
He should have got 2 shots in then.
Yeah, look, Trump's doctor says part of his ear's been blown off.
If you're trying to shoot someone, like, and they don't drop on that, like, shoot again.
No, they didn't have time. He got killed.
Did he actually get killed?
Yeah, the sniper did. The sniper got murdered, yeah. Of course he did, yeah.
Well, yeah. Would you call it murder if it's...
Yeah, still murder, brother. If you kill someone, it's
Them
murder.
Murderer.
He's a murderer. But he was like, this kid, that Thomas... The guy who shot him is called Thomas Matthew Crooks. And, like, reading through it, I read a little bit about him. And I mean, I could read a little bit about him now, just for people that aren't up to date. But
no, don't read about it. Just tell me.
Well, I want to get it right as well. But he was just, look, that's him, like.
Oh my lord, he looks like Bill Gates' son.
He literally does. The 20-year-old kitchen worker was shot dead at the scene by a Secret Service sniper.
Do you see how he was moving around the roof as well, yeah? He was not a sniper, bro. He don't even know what he's doing.
He was, yeah.
He's a soft...
He's seemingly unable to grasp how a quiet young man done that.
It's not... Do you know what... So you see that John... what's it? John Hunt. So...
We ain't finished on this, though.
With all that happened, though. But no, I know we ain't finished on that. But they're saying about a seemingly quiet person.
Yeah.
So when I was watching the thing about John Hunt, there was an English woman on there talking about, like, with an English reporter talking about gun laws and them saying basically they're going to make crossbows illegal or try to, yeah. And she's saying, oh, it won't stop people doing it and stuff like that. And he goes, well, I beg to differ because in America, the gun laws are lax and this is what happens. And she was like, well, bad people are going to get things...
She said they'll get the good people to get them... The bad people will get the good people to buy them the weapons anyway.
Yeah. And the thing is, she's saying that bad people always get it. But some people are bad in their mind, but they're not connected to that underworld, right? Yeah. So it does help that, like in England, yes, people can get guns, but the majority of the people who can get guns are connected to the underworld, right? Man. You're not going to have some little nerd like that guy,
yeah, to get a gun.
That's going to be able to get a gun because he don't know who to talk to, and by the time he asks everyone that's the wrong people, he's already been nicked, right? And he's done. He'll do 6 months for conspiracy, right? At least. So it's mad that this woman is actually defending it like that. So in America, if they did have them things, but that's how this guy, a seemingly quiet guy, right? He's obviously got mad, anxious, racing thoughts. Yeah, he's probably been coerced by someone of a political party to do dirty work for someone, and now he's dead on a roof. Do you know what I mean? Crawling around. If you see how the way he was crawling around as well, he was crawling around like a donut. He looked so. It was so unsoldierish. That unreal. It was pathetic. I can't believe that he even got a shot at Trump the way he was moving.
It's an absolute. He should have never. None of it really made a lot of sense. How he got on the roof, yeah, and was able to shoot at him, shows that whatever was going on. Because
if they didn't plan, they did not plan for this guy to be on the roof, they was not opposed to it, so they let it continue.
He easily could have been stopped.
Yeah, so that if it weren't up to them, which it probably might not have been, considering the person that this nerd was, yeah, then
they've let it happen.
They've let it continue because they would rather Trump be out of the elections, because he does expose too much truth, and people do like put this thing about him wanting to build a wall and all this crazy stuff, right? And
he's got loads of right-wing policies that a lot of people don't agree with, but he's also got a lot of good policies. He was the only American president who didn't start a war for God knows how long. He was like, Trump's, love or hate him, at least you know what you get with him, right? And yeah, he's a bit of a nutter, but it don't matter what your political
he's a
views
real
are.
one.
No one deserves to be shot or to be killed due to
belief systems.
Yeah, due to your belief system. He's like, it's just mental. They let him on the roof before anyone of any relevance does a speech.
They scout.
They go on every rooftop. Yeah, usually have a sniper on every roof to make sure that that person can't be assassinated.
And we are in the age of drones.
AI drones.
You've got the police out there flying drones over people's houses with infrared cameras to see if they're doing grows.
To make an extra $1,000 a month or whatever.
Yeah,
couple bags
to
a month.
see if they're doing grows in their loft. Right, you've got them flying drones over to do that, but you're telling me they didn't fly a drone or 2 or 3 or 4 drones or even a real life fucking helicopter over an area where a billionaire from the US political parties he's a billionaire businessman. He's a billionaire businessman and a former president, and they didn't have something that flew over and looked.
And millions of people already want him dead.
They did. They flew it over, and he got snakes in his own party. Otherwise, that wouldn't have run.
It's the CIA. People in the CIA, higher ups, wanted him or didn't mind him getting shot at, and the fact that he's still alive. Either that or the whole thing's a complete false flag and a pantomime, and Trump set it all up, and it is to win the president campaign because of that, he's got more chance of winning now. People love an underdog, bro. The whole show. So there's 2 ways of looking at it. Either it's 100% factual and it happened, or the whole thing is a pantomime. And Trump's organised it to win the campaign. That's 2 things. So either everything that happened, which means the CIA let it happen and the American government wanted him killed, or the other opinion is that Trump has set the whole thing up to win the election. That's A or B, yeah? Because there ain't much more that could happen.
I don't think he set it up. I'll be honest.
And if he hasn't set it up, then the American government, the current American government, Biden and the Liberals want him killed. They want him murdered. They want him completely out the game. The trillionaires of the world don't like him, and the devil basically wanted him dead. Yeah, Either way, the whole thing is absolutely crazy. And the fact that we're sitting here talking about a former American president getting assassinated whilst running for an election in 2024. And
not getting assassinated, but
an attempted assassination. That this has gone on is just like mind-blowing. It
is mad.
It's an absolute mental, chicken oriental situation, and it's completely unethical. Don't do gear. Don't do cocaine. You'll end up getting shot like Trump.
I think that's what happened. This geezer's done so much packet that he's got up on that roof.
He's got psychosis. The geezer who tried to murder Donald Trump has done so much unethical bugle from Colombia and packet that he's got up on a roof on a mad one and said, I'm going to kill the president. Went to shoot him, but because he's done too much bugle, got a bit shaky, clipped his ear, and then got done by the CIA. And that, kids, is why you don't do drugs. They are for mugs. Stay at home and look after your friends and family.
It's medically called packet psychosis.
It's packet psychosis.
Packet psychosis.
Yeah. Don't do gear because you might end up trying to shoot an American president.
Yeah, man.
I heard the geezer was from Southend as well.
What, the one who shot him?
Yeah.
He looks like he's from Southend.
No, he don't. He looks like he's from Whitmore Way.
Yeah,
anyway.
If they had a Whitmore Way in Southend.
Are you happy he didn't get murdered though?
Oh, Trump? Yeah, of course.
I've just nearly cut my knuckle on my ring. That's annoying. Yeah, I'm happy he didn't. Who do you reckon's going to win the election though, Biden or Trump?
I mean, I don't know much about it, so what I'll go on is what I feel inside, and I just feel like Trump will win, and that's just by, I don't know, just by my instinct. But also, I know that Biden, he's got a lot of bad press since he's been in. Everyone's like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Can't even string a sentence together.
Not one.
Can't even string a sentence together, and he's forgetful. Like, there are people are like dissing him, saying he's got dementia and that, which ain't a diss, but they're sort of saying like, how can someone run the country if they've potentially got dementia? Which I don't know, but he might have.
It's not just any old country either. It's like the biggest superpower in the world, and we've got a geezer who's introducing. He introduced the Ukrainian president as the Russian president, as Putin. Who does that? What? Ain't you seen that? Joe Biden introduced the Ukrainian president, Zelensky or whatever his name is, as Putin.
Get that up.
You ain't seen that?
Get that up.
Mate, it's like, who does that stuff? That is absolutely mental. You've got to be off your head. Like, and not only that, it's like, yeah, introduces Zelensky here as Putin. Look, it's 44 seconds long, right? Big up the YouTube algorithm, right? And the ads. But watch this, yeah?
I've said before,
Play it on the
Russia
mic.
will not prevail in this war. Ukraine will prevail in this war. And we'll stand with them every single step of the way. That's what the compact says. Loudly and clearly. And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. You can beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, you gotta worry about it. Anyway.
Get this great granddad out of here.
Oh my God,
look.
Thanks so much.
Sorry, great granddad, but you know your time is up, mate. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that stuff. That is nuts. You've lost it, mate. You're not all there, mate. Like, you are running the biggest superpower in the world.
Look at that turkey neck as well, bro.
You're calling Zelensky like, no.
That was mad.
It's embarrassing.
And the only reason he clocked, he didn't notice that himself. He's been told in his ear.
It's in his ear.
Yeah, he's been told in his ear.
And he's just said that Putin, the people you're going to whole wars against, basically, we're on the merge of World War III, and you are calling your biggest ally, the reason why you're going to war, you're calling him Putin. What are you doing? You know that Putin's at home just going, laughing his head off, thinking...
Putin's a smart man, though, because he could push this war right this second, but he's not doing it because he knows it's not the right thing to do. You know?
It's just ridiculous, mate. The geese, whoever's really running America, because it obviously ain't him,
No,
needs
can't
to
be
just
him.
look. If you're gonna get someone to be the face of it,
Don't have Mr. Burns.
at least get someone who can do it.
Smithers. He's like that. Do you know what I mean?
It's a mockery, man. It basically what it is like they're just mugging us all off. Like they're just going, look, how much can we get away with? How much can we basically go? Look how stupid you are. Look, that's who you think's running this country. look how stupid you are. Look, someone who introduces Zelensky as Putin, and you're still falling for this. You mugs. That's what they're doing. Wake up. He's not in control of America. Someone else is like this, pulling the strings, yeah? And you're falling for it. Wake up, people, because it's completely unethical and you're mugging yourself off.
And you're all packet heads, to be fair.
You've got to be on a high amount of drugs to believe what is going on.
You lot are packet heads.
You know? And even like the whole thing is just a complete charade. It's all smoke and mirrors. Wake up. Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up, USA. I've got something to say to you.
Wake up, USA. Daddy's home.
He's such an old, horrible fucking twat, isn't he? With his old little turkey neck.
So, I'm going to introduce the most courageous man that the world has ever seen. He is really doing really well for his country.
Chuck Norris.
His name's not Zelensky, it's President Putin. Oh, did I say Putin? I meant Zelensky. Zelensky. Here you go. Mate, if he's got the finger on the button, the big red button that's gonna blow up whole continents, get him away from it now, because he might end up blowing up Southend and Basildon and not where he's supposed to, right?
And then we ain't going to have this podcast anymore.
And then we're not going to have this podcast. It's not going to make sense to no one, and that'll be that.
It don't make sense.
Listen,
podcast.
Jesus is coming home soon, and he's going to come back on a big white horse to save the day sooner rather than later. He needs to hurry up about it because the world has gone mental.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I mean? What else is that? So much has happened this week. President's been shot. Jay Slater's been found. England knocked out the Euros. Southgate sacked. You're in for an incredible podcast, mate.
Bristol on the bridge.
No, that was mad.
A geezer with a suitcase with a chopped up. Was it chopped up?
They ain't even found him, have they?
No, I think they did find that person. That John Hunt situation is mad as well, man. Like R.I.P. to his family. I don't really know the ins and outs of that, so I'm not going to get into it. But that is deep, man. Like I can't believe that.
It's sad, man. It's just like I can't.
It's all absolute losers performing these things. People who have got such insecurities in who they are that they have to lash out and do things like that. It's crazy. Do you know what I mean?
And it's that old saying, it's the quiet ones you got to watch out for. And that's why it's so important that everyone develops themselves. If you're watching this and, you're thinking about assassinating...
Bring back banter. Bring back mugging your mates off to the point where
Toughen them up and that.
Yeah, because all these people they're weak people and they're lashing out because they want some attention. Even from their own self, they want attention. And they're lashing out and doing crazy shit, yeah? And just bully them. Bully them.
Or love them, Ags.
Bully the motherfuckers.
No, love them.
No, in a good way.
Love the brothers, man.
Banter bully.
Look, love them as well. You can love them and then give them a bit of banter to toughen them up. But look, if someone had a conversation with these people on the way to doing this stuff, it probably wouldn't have happened. So talk to strangers, talk to people, talk to the weird, quiet kid at the back of the bus, talk to the geeky kid in class that no one spoke to. Break down these barriers and try to love them. Because if we don't love these people, they're going to end up assassinating and killing and doing mad stuff. So if you've got a weird friend, if you've got a crazy person, if there's someone in your class or in your work that's not speaking to anyone, that's slightly maybe autistic or on a spectrum, try and befriend them, try and talk to them, try and invite them out.
Ask them their story.
Get to know them, because these are the people that are going around doing these heinous acts of violence. These are the people that are gonna, that are doing this mad stuff and that might kill you and your children. They're not the owners of McDonald's. they are these quiet, geeky kids. And you know, I know I said that McDonald's will kill you and your family.
And if you can't befriend them, just bully the fuck out of them.
No, man.
I'm joking.
Yeah, don't do that. Sorry, I can't co-sign that, Ag.
I'm joking.
Ags was that quiet kid, guys, so this is what they end up like. But yeah.
Shout out everyone who knew me in school, because they will know that is not true.
Have you got any quiet, weird friends that you want to big up? Just to show them that you still think about them. I've got this kid in school that I used to stick up for, and his name was Elliot. I'm going to say his second name, Elliot P. And if you was in that DT class when I broke down and cried for that kid who was getting picked on, then you will remember that I stuck up for him and I put a bit of my heart on the line for that kid, because I was the loud kid. And I remembered when they was all bullying him, and a moment come over me where I had to stick up for him because it was getting too much. And yeah, I did bully. Well, look, I probably was bullied at some point, and I probably did bully some people.
No, you definitely don't say probably. You definitely did.
I
definitely did, and there's some things that I've done that are like they still haunt me. Like I still am resentful for these things to this very day.
No,
like
at the time, I wouldn't have called it actual bullying. I was just having, like you say, banter and that.
Yeah, no, but I've done some things that
I've done some mad stuff, but like there's certain people now that
I thought it was funny at the time, and then when I've gone home, even as that kid at that time,
you felt bad about it.
I was like, whoa, actually, why the fuck did you do that?
Why did you do it? Yeah, you done it out of insecurities and stuff.
Out of insecurities and trying to impress
other people.
But that was stuff that they wouldn't even do. So the people that I thought, well, I'm impressing them because they're older and they do mad, like I was doing stuff they wouldn't even do.
Yeah, obviously, I you know, the schools we went to were probably quite bad schools. I went to Cecil Jones in Southend. It was one of the worst schools in the area.
Well, I went to De La Salle, and at the point that I was at De La Salle then, before they had an old head teacher, Mr. Heffernan, and the school was en route. No, it was en route to get shut down in 2005. They were going to shut it down, and then this Welsh teacher, Mr. Kernock, come and took over, and he turned it around. He'd actually turned a school around in Peckham, like a mad school in Peckham, to the point where he had to come to school in a stab-proof vest because he was his life was, he was having death threats. And he still went in every day, and he turned his school around and made it a better place. And they brought him in to change De La Salle around, which wasn't as bad as the school in Peckham. So it was a lot easier of a task for him. But at that point, it was mad. There was a thing called postying, yeah, which if you don't know is where people will get someone by their legs and pull them into a lamppost to their balls.
Really?
There was that used to go on. The older, say the 2 years above a year would gang up, get a kid, and two of them get each leg and pull them around the post. There was like mad stuff that went on in that school. Luckily, I got in with the correct crowd. Do you know what I mean? I was in like straight away. So none of that ever happened to me. But still things did happen to me. Still, every now and then something bad would happen, but I was pretty exempt from most.
What was that teacher's name?
Things.
Mr.
Kernock.
With a K?
Curnock.
Big up Mr. Kernock, man.
He was, he's a chap, mate. Actually, he turned that school completely around. And then apparently, once he left, it started going downhill again. And then Mr. Norris, who was my old English teacher, become the headmaster, and he's brought it back again. Mm. But he actually went to that school, and he was in the same year as Luke Biggins. Luke Biggins went to my school as well, and he was in the same year.
Who's Luke Biggins?
The videographer who passed away, who done Chipmunks videos, Black the Rippers videos. He was a massive videographer in the UK. Must have been
quite young as well.
Well, he's like, I think he was like late 30s, early 40s when he passed away. But he was, because I remember Mr. Norris telling me, Yeah, he was in his. I think he might have been in his class and that.
So as always,
So Luke Biggins actually went De La Salle, which would have been called St Anselm's at the time.
big up everyone who went to these schools, yeah? Cecil, De La Salle, schools in Peckham.
Yeah.
Also, before we finish, let's just do our... got any last shout-outs of the week? Heroes of the week you need to shout out?
Potential date for my event.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do an event for pushing my mixtape.
What is that date?
22nd of August. Potential.
Wow.
Provisional.
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 Is that a Friday?
It's a Thursday.
At the Sunrooms.
Yeah. So it's going to continue from sort of probably about 7 p.m. till about 11 p.m. There's potential special guests, and all the mandem will be there as well. So
God willing, Sonny Green will be there.
Provisional date 22nd of August.
Bruv, I'm buzzing off these drinks you gave me, man. I'm sitting here like
That's the because.
sweaty palms and that.
It's the BCAAs.
I'm sitting here like literally not on one. Anyway, 1 minute of motivation. That's what do we want to finish on a 1 minute of motivation? Each? Put the timer on, you can go first.
No, I went first last time.
Alright. I'll put the timer on for me then.
Go on then. I'll hold it up.
Hey Siri, set timer for 1 minute.
3,
I'm
2.
gonna do this. This 1 minute motivation is for all those people who are struggling, getting over the Euros, getting over Trump getting shot.
Bro, you're doing it already. Stop. 3, 2, 1. Motivate.
Look, I know it's been a tough week, yeah? We've been knocked out the Euros. Trump's been shot. Southgate's been sacked. But listen, you can have an amazing week. You can get through this week. It's been a long week. Well done for getting through it, yeah? Keep on going. Keep on marching on. You're made of stuff. You're made of more than you think you're made of. You can smash this out of the ballpark. Keep going. You are going to be something better than you can even imagine. God has got a plan for your life. Just focus on the positive. Lay off the bugle. Lay off the gear. Eat the avocados. Exercise. Make love to your wives. And
Wives.
have a wonderful
Wives.
wife.
Plural. Wives.
No. Make love to your wife, yeah? And if you're a Muslim brother, mashallah, make love to your wives if you've got 2 wives.
Or 3 or 4.
But for the Christian brethrens, make love to your wife. And if you ain't married her yet, put a ring on her finger. Commit to that one woman, because behind every strong man, there's a strong woman. Keep going. Keep marching on. I love ya. God bless ya. Subscribe and all that. That's the alarm, yeah? That weren't as good as it could have been, but it was still pretty good.
I did interrupt it a little bit, but...
That's all right. Right, Ags, ready?
No. You got a little prelude to yours. So this is going to be for all the people, do you know what I mean? All the ones that fucking went to the boot sale this week.
I didn't swear.
All the ones that went to
I didn't swear.
All right, this is for all the people. They went to the boot sale this week, bit of rain, so they had to go home a little bit early. They didn't get hot dog, they didn't get donuts. Out to all of them boys.
Big up.
Come out for the wrong chavvy there.
You did.
Anyway.
Big yourselves up, though. Big yourselves up. Hopefully it stays dry for us this weekend. All my Dunton massive. I didn't even talk about the flea market I done, bruv. Oh, well.
Should I do my minute, or should we just leave it with your
No,
one?
we're doing your minute. On your marks, get set, go!
So...
Start again, bruv. Right, think about it. You got. I'll give you 5 seconds.
Every one of mine's every week is going to be delayed. And next week I'm going to write it down. I'm going to think about what I'm going to say. Do you know what it is? I've got so much different versions in there.
The way I like doing
that
it,
I want to speak about.
These motivational speakers are speaking to an audience, right? So they already know their audience they're speaking for. So just think of the people that you want to motivate this week and motivate them. That's why I was like England fans and I just went for them, you know what I mean? Like, who do you want to motivate? Like, because you can't just do a speech for no one you want to motivate.
Yeah.
Do a motivational speech for someone who you want to genuinely motivate, whether it be Kiara, whether it be da-da-da. Like,
Yeah. Go on then.
Who are you motivating?
Everyone. Let's go.
Go.
Put your insecurities aside, because insecurities are only going to hinder you and your development. So when you're worried about people watching you is when you behave incorrectly, you know, is when you're worried about people watching you is when you're not yourself, because you're so focused on what their eyes are watching on that you're not using what your eyes are looking at. So you need to open your eyes and, you know, step back and look at the bigger picture. Because when you're up close, what seems level is actually skewed. And when you step back, you see how unlevel it is. Sometimes you need to step back, open your eyes, look at what you're doing, believe in what you're doing, because you've got it. And you might think that you ain't got it and this person's got more than you. No one cares, yeah? No one actually cares about you. The only person that cares about you is you.
Sick.
It was going to go on
Can I just
longer.
add something to that?
Go on.
When you're inside the frame, you can't see the picture.
Yeah, and your nose is too close to your ass to smell it.
Ooh, that was deep. But yeah, that's what I was thinking, bro. You smashed that though.
Come on, brother. Same as you.
Right. We was holding hands too long, man. Right, anyway.
Yeah, we'll cut that out.
No, I don't know. Let us know in the comments what you thought of this episode. We got some guests coming on soon as well. And just thanks for riding with us, staying with us, vibing with us.
Yeah, because a lot of people are invested in it and they're watching it with their partners as well. And they're sending me shots of it, feedback. Love that. People giving me phone calls to let me know that they've been watching it and calling me and Sonny legends and funny. And they love it. And it's sick because...
you're sick.
Yeah, we love you lot.
So,
like genuinely, like the people that have grown up with us and been
I've been
around
wanting us to do this for years.
Yeah, but they see them people, yeah. Like all I want for them is to do well. So the fact that they're rooting for us on something that we're doing well at makes me happy because you clearly want the same thing for us.
I don't think I should be allowed to drink these. Ban these for Sonny Green. Because I'm like...
When all Sonny sees when he looks at NOCCO is ADHD OCD.
Right, let's go and have a fight.
Savage.
I'm gonna go evangelise, tell everyone about Jesus. All right, see you soon. Have a good week. Love ya. Bye.